Yeah, just checking my white balance. I don't want the whole lights to be on it. Oh, what's up, YouTube? It's been a long time. I'm not even gonna lie. I missed you guys. I missed you a lot. Um, yeah, if you probably a month without putting up a video, that's kind of not like me, eh? Probably a month without putting a video. I feel so bad about it, but yeah, we gotta do what we gotta do to survive because I had other things on the side. And you guys saw secrets. I still have 4 episodes to upload, so I'm gonna upload them. I think I'm gonna upload them each and every day from the 2nd of November or the 3rd, somewhere around that. So that's it. And then one other things, we got some new addition into the studio. I got my new camera, got my 800D. This is the new camera. I still have to do a review about it. It's coming up. I also got this white balance card, very important to get accurate color. It's been a lifesaver now, and those are things that I think every photographer and videographer should have in the backpack. One other thing I wanted to talk about is the camera that's shooting me right now, B-roll coming. So it's my 600D. I don't know if it's a T27 to T2L, something like that. So it's a 600D Canon EOS. I love this camera. I mean, this camera is probably like the best investment I've ever done when I started in photography. When I decided to get a little bit more serious in photography, as well as videography. It has just been a blessing, despite its age. So, audio inputs, that is something I always thought about. I didn't even know you can get audio externally. So, at the consumer camera, don't have that good audio, don't even have audio input. So, audio jack, the body is rugged. Mine has like something on the side there because that with the battery grip, it's kind of old. This camera, I have it for 2 years now, 2 or 3 years now. But you can just I bought it second hand, but it's even older now. So this probably will be the camera I would advise anybody to start the YouTube channel with. If you want something on the cheap, it might give you a little bit more work here and there, but I think it's worth it. And the colors, I love the colors straight out of the camera. Just gives you very little work to do in post, like in terms of tweaking and adjusting here or there. I use Magic Lantern on it. Those who are into videography know what Magic Lantern is, especially the Canon hackers. So Magic Lantern is a lifesaver on this camera, and I don't see myself using it without Magic Lantern. And I've also put CineStyle over there, so you can just see the flexibility that it gives me. It gives me this very nice look, pretty much cinematic. And if I pair it with a vintage lens, if I pair it with a vintage lens like this M42 lens, an Helios M44M lens, you get that old look. Probably I'll also do a review about this lens. The lens that I picked up, quite a bargain. If I tell you the match price, you're probably going to be even surprised. So 600D, I think it's the camera that really people should look at. So just in terms of specs, it's an 80 megapixel camera. Not so much nowadays, but enough for your Instagram. And if you consider that phones are like 12 megapixel, the Pixel 5, Google Pixel 5 that came out is just 12 megapixel. So I have 18 megapixel, pretty much enough for your social media, and for the video, it's actually really good because it gives you really good dynamic range type of thing. But considering the age of the sensor, you can't expect much. I shoot generally on ISO 200 because I use CineStyle. Just gives me that flexibility to work with the shadows much better than if I was only shooting, let's say, at the base ISO 100. I think CineStyle works best at 200 ISO, especially if you want to work around with the shadows and your highlights. Trying to balance them properly. So that's something that I personally would recommend anybody who's using CineStyle. You'll be able to grade your video much better. So that's it. So 18 megapixel. That's really acceptable nowadays. I'm gonna emphasize that. Generally, when you buy a camera, it comes with this lens. The first thing to change probably will be this lens. I'm using mine with a 35mm f2 from Yongnuo and it works really well. You know, you get shooting at f2.2 now, so you get nice shadow depth field. I don't need any shadow depth field because my background is a pretty solid color. But generally, when you buy a camera, it comes with this lens, which you need to change, especially if you're doing video, because for low light, it's not the best. But for photos, for example, I'm starting to love this kit lens because when I shoot outside and I shoot a little bit of a, how can I put it, like wide kind of angle of view, I shoot it like f6.3. So I don't see anything wrong with these lenses nowadays. I'm probably gonna pick up the kit lens as well, the 70-300 one, because I need to do some telephoto type of thing in the future, outside photo shoots and stuff. I think that will be also help because I'll be shooting it at f6.3 as well. So I don't see anything wrong with these lenses, but they're not necessarily the best investment in terms of lens if you want something. I have two of them. I'm probably gonna sell one of them because I don't need two of them. That's one thing. So the 600D is the younger brother to the 650D. This one is a little bit more modern. They both have flip out screen, and the controls are pretty much the same. Canon, that's the good thing about Canon, they don't change much of the control. So if you're coming out from that camera to this one, you won't have any problem. But it's not a review about the 650D, it's a review about the 600D. So but the difference for me is in terms of the colors. I think the colors on the 600D, they just look kind of surreal. I think that it's not as modern as this one, but it look much better on that camera. I mean, this is straight out of camera, and this is a small grade, just a little light that I created for my own video, but you can see the difference. It's just really good. The skin tone looks pleasant. You can't fault this camera. I mean, you really can't fault it, and it's just awesome. To be honest, I don't say much of that, but it's a very awesome camera. And if you're starting a YouTube channel, I'll definitely recommend that you pick up this Canon. I'm waiting to start doing a little bit more reviews of gears and stuff, because people tend to ask me about what do I need for my YouTube videos and stuff. So in my next video, I'll put together a bundle of stuff that you can buy on the cheap, with which you can start your YouTube channel. A ring light, a microphone. You can even use your own earphones to do your YouTube stuff. But yeah, it will be a little bit of an advice on how to start your own YouTube channel. I'll use some of those stuff that I'll be talking about to do a video, and I'll put it up here on YouTube. And you guys probably won't be able to notice. This one is very sophisticated because you can see got good light that side, got another light this side, skin tones looking perfect, and you know, like color graded and stuff like that. Color graded with this. This is very important, you know. So this one I use the white parts if I'm not getting good white balance. If I'm not sure that I adjusted my white balance properly with the gray part. So I'll use this, and I also do an edit on how I edit my video. Sorry, for you guys to see. So this is pretty much about it. 600D, a beast of a camera for very affordable. I think now you can pick it up for maybe around 4,000 rand, 5,000 rand in South Africa, second-hand market. They don't make this camera anymore, I think, from Canon. Mine is really beaten up. You can see on the side I have like press stick that I used to close the door for the battery grip. So that is for this camera. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.